Morning, folks. Today I'm going to be using shave cream. The name of this one here is Proraso, and it's in the blue tube. It's got aloe in it, and I think that's how some people differentiate between this one and some other Proraso shaving creams. The blue tube with aloe. Got the almond block here this morning with no rubber band. I've got Humphrey's witch hazel that's got some menthol and peppermint in it. And this is the rather large container. It's 16 ounces as opposed to the smaller one. And I'm going to be following up today with the Proraso aftershave balm. And shaver of the day, got to thinking about it. Don't think I've shaved with a Parker Semi Slant with a few days growth. Last shave was on Friday. Today's Monday. So we're going to see how the Parker Semi Slant works out today. And it is equipped with a Supermax blade. That's what the wrapper looks like there. And that blade also comes in two wrappers there. I've got the shaving cream whipped up here, Crown King mug, and like a normal, I guess you might say, shaving cream's a little on the wet side. And got plenty for more than 2 shaves this morning. Had a lot of fun whipping it up. Already put a hot towel to the face this morning and also using coconut oil as the pre-shave. And go ahead and wet the face and get started here. I had originally intended on doing this earlier in the weekend and woke up Saturday morning. My head was hurting, had a headache. Took some medicine, was sitting there at the kitchen table. Decided I needed to probably go back to bed and see if I could sleep it off. Next time I woke up, it was almost 11 o'clock. So I got to thinking more about the shave and thought I'd give a Parker Semi Slant a try with several days worth of growth and see how it works out. This brush, if you're wondering, comes by the way of Max Metalworks. Jake is the gentleman that got this through. It's no longer making these brushes, but this is a really nice brush handle and knot. Alright, we're going to get to find out how this is going to work today. Weather here is, I guess you might say, starting to have a certain amount of normalcy. I guess you might say, not the normal where it's so chaotic, where one day it doesn't get above freezing, the next day it's above around 70. It's not quite like that. It's a more consistent basis now. We are expecting, according to the weather report, some rain again in the middle of the week. I think we're going to have a wet winter. Thought that was supposed to be last winter, but maybe it's just a little slow getting here. No, Tony, our German Shepherd, is enjoying the weather during the day. He's like staying outside a little bit more, laying in the yard in the sun. There is just a little bit of feedback with this blade. I have a few slant razors got laid out over here towards the end of the shave. I'll show what may be, I don't know, in comparison how much of a torque there is through this in comparison with other slant razors. This particular shaver falls in the what I would call, say, the affordable group, in that it'll run near the $30 mark, depending on how your handle is. The black one, I think, is what they refer to as graphite, and there's another one that has like rose gold right here, and that one in particular seems like it does run $2 or $3 more, maybe $32, $33. somewhere in that range. But this one here is referred to as a satin chrome, and it runs right around the $30 mark. This being the time of the year, Black Friday will be coming here pretty soon. In other words, the day after Thanksgiving, be a number of sales, so it might be a good time to, if you're hunting for new equipment to try out, might be a good time to check things out. Get things cheaper than normal, in other words. My lather is staying pretty warm this morning. Can't complain about the Scuttle. It does a good job. I have this one here and have a black one that was, I guess you might refer to it as a factory second. And there is some imperfections. Yeah, it's not quite perfect, but hey, it's not that noticeable. Got a heck of a deal. If you go to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, you know, he still has it up because I'm assuming he plans on making some more Scuttles and anticipating the same issue possibly. And it's kind of a, I guess you might say, a common theme when it comes to ceramics and whatnot. You'll have little pop marks that'll come up. And that's how I got this one here, my black one. Which the black one I really do like. That's a nice color. But as some of you probably already know, you're dealing with wet hands with soap on them. You know, stuff happens to ceramic in a bathroom around those kind of conditions. So I have most of my bowls, I've got, yeah, I think I've only got the 2 ceramic bowls. The rest of them are wood and plastic or something along those lines. Take that back 3. I know one point in time that I'm going to end up dropping one of them. It's just, you know, just the way things go. My dad has a Scuttle from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, a plastic one. I guess you might say the first one. Came out with the sleeve, and you put it in a microwave to warm it up. Your lather, your water, however you want to look at it. Probably shouldn't have the lather in there when you're trying to warm it up in the microwave, but figure it would be a good one to have. This lather is working out really well. Shaver doesn't seem to have any issues taking down the growth. Just to look at how that looks, must have been a slight modification from the original. I have a Razor Rock German 37. It's a slant. It's their version of the Merkur 37 slant. And I don't know if there had to have it side by side. I don't know if there's that much of a difference. Might be just enough to perhaps make it a little bit smoother for some folks. I know it does a pretty good job. Can't complain about it at all. I'll put a link down below for all this good stuff, where you can find one of these Parker Semi Slants. It's a 3-piece design, and here is the, now this one, you can get the Razor Rock German 37, you can get this with different handles. This one here, when I got it with the bamboo handle. I thought I would like it, and after I got the handle, decided I didn't really Really didn't like the handle, but it shaves just fine. At any rate, you can kind of see the similarities there. And it looks an awful lot alike. They're different, but they're very close to being the same. Um, in other words, I've shaved with both of them. Both of them are nice shavers. I think the German 37 runs $17 somewhere in there. I think somewhere in that price range. I also have this one here is a one from Metalworks. This is I don't, if I remember correctly, there might be only 2 of these made. This one here has got an all brass handle. It's a 2-piece design, and you can kind of see the similarities there. Look very close. This one here, the cap is a little bit thinner, it looks like to me, than what it is on the Semi Slant, but very close. This one's a nice shaver. And then one that's a little bit different, this one here is a 3-piece design. You can see how much is torqued right there. That might be giving a better angle so you can see the difference there. They're all these to me are very nice shavers. I enjoy shaving with them. Find the blade that works best for you. Get some pretty smooth shaves with them. I wouldn't say they're not overly aggressive either, or I wouldn't even consider them aggressive. Closer to being efficient, because by the time you get done with that third pass, if you just normally go the 3 directions I just went, I don't have a whole lot of that is left over. If I paid, I guess you might say, a little bit closer attention on my third pass, in other words, I could have whipped out a BBS pretty quick. Been easy to do. Little to no trouble at all. Shaving cream worked out really well. Plenty of slickness, cushion. Like I say, there's just a little bit left on my neck. If I paid a little bit closer attention, I could have got that without a problem. Very efficient razor for me. Nice shave. Typically, the Allen block doesn't have much of a report with this Semi Slant. Blades seem to work alright. The way I remember, this has a little bit more feedback than what I normally would get. In other words, with the blade. Outside of that, though, not that that's a complaint by any means, just something to be aware of. Sometimes feedback means something, sometimes it doesn't necessarily. Just the nature of how that's designed. Oh, by the way, witch hazel. In general, these blades are supposed to be all the same thickness, but I'm not so sure. Sometimes they're just a slight difference. I know sometimes they're made just a tad bit different because on a 2-piece design, when you've got the post that's going down through the center of the blade, sometimes that for some reason that measurement is a little bit off because it's a little tight on that post. Something I've noticed over time when I'm using these kind of shavers. I'm going to show you what this blade looks like. Handle has a nice weight to it, by the way. Yeah, this setup is not a lightweight in my opinion. That's what the underside looks like there. And there's the blade. It's I guess you might say about more of a typical kind of design when it comes to the blade because it's got the numbers. For some folks, they might enjoy having those numbers because it'll mark them off for the number of shaves and whatnot. And since it's numbered on both sides, at least mark it 8 times off the numbers. But I'll go ahead and put this over here. There we go. Like I said, that's a pretty nice setup. Well, very reasonably priced. Fit and finish is pretty good. Can't complain a bit about it. I like this shaver. It does have a little bit of a lengthy handle, but if you want a shorter one, I'm sure you like most of us, you got more than one shaver. You swap that handle out. Had a great shave this morning, Monday morning. Hope everybody's doing well today. It's Monday. It's going to be interesting how the day goes. It's going to be a busy week, coming up on the holidays here pretty soon. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.